Happy Sunday, y'all. So I put this like Olaplex in my hair yesterday. I just like drenched it with this Bond Smoother thing that I've had since like last year. And it just like never ended. It's like, have you ever had like something like a never ending bottle? It's like a bottomless void. It's like you buy something and it's like you kind of like it, but it's like you want to get through it and on to the next thing because it's not that great. It was one of those products. So I was just like, when will it be over? So yesterday I just like decided I was just gonna. There was a little bit I couldn't tell because it was like, and finally like I went through it all. I was like pumping it and pumping it and pumping it, and put it in my hair. And now it's kind of like, I mean, what do you call it? I mean, it's moisturized, but it's a little weird. The lip color I'm wearing right now is the Karuna. This is the berry color. It's called Grand, or Gros, actually. Grandier in French. And this is K-Beauty. This is Korean makeup, and it's actually really nice. I think it was like kind of cold the other day, so it wasn't really applying very easily, but today like the sun's out and I feel like my apartment's a little bit warmer. I don't know what the temperature is. Technically it says that it's on 73, but it's feels warmer than that. I feel like the sun beams are warming up the apartment. They have the actual temperature above. I can't see it. Yeah, it says 73. So, I don't know. Feels warmer than 73 in here for some reason. Maybe it's because I've got my my Spanx on. I have like my little because I'm wearing a skirt. I'm wearing the like thigh length. What do you call them? The thigh length not really boxers, but like briefs. Just sort of like to contain the jelly. They're like thigh. What are they called? They have a name. I think it's like kind of a weird name. What are the different lingeries? Panties, bodysuit. It's shapewear. It's a girdle, but it's not really a serious girdle. It's just kind of like a cheapy. It's not a real Spanx one. It's like a little dollar store one, ABC Mart. ABC Mart is like a New York general store, like home. It's just like a dollar store for poor people, basically. And it has like little sandals and t-shirts and like housewares. It's like ABC Mart. I don't even know if it's a real company. It's like ABC Mart. No, this is the Japanese one. I'm talking about the Brooklyn one. Yes, ABC Mart is a footwear company in Japan, South Korea. I'm talking about ABC. Is it called ABC Mart Brooklyn? This shapewear looks actually kind of nice. Yeah, it's like a thigh shaper, but it's not even working. It's just kind of like long underwear. Yummy, 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 yummy. I'm gonna post this for later. Later reference, because I always find the coolest brands when I'm talking to you guys and thinking about stuff out loud. My internet is really bad today. I don't know what to do. it's really making me sick. So I guess I can't really post anything today. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. ABC Superstores is a store in Brooklyn though. It's like got pajamas and like stuff. It's not the same thing as ABC Mart in Japan. It's just a 99-cent store. Whatever, you know. Everything's under $10 basically. So let's get back to that was just a little warm up because this deck I kind of avoid it because it's very challenging. It's very artistic. It's called the Celestial Tarot. It was kind of a reach when I bought it because I was still sort of a novice at tarot, and it contains astrology and like color psychology, and it has like, which I didn't even really think about till now because I was so engulfed and enthralled by the images and the illustrations. It's got like mythology, it's got psychology, it's got constellations, it's got like amazing stuff. Like I don't think a lot of people would go for this because Celestial Tarot fuses the myths, symbols, and astronomy. Yeah, it's got astronomy of the planets, signs, constellations, and fixed stars with astrological divination to reveal the mysteries of the tarot in an engaging and unique way. I actually don't find it that engaging. Well, it is. It's very time consuming because it's like sometimes it just goes over my head and I can't understand it, but I actually don't like having tea with stuff on my lips because I'm like a tea person and I just feel like it distracts from it. But maybe I'm leveling up, maybe I'm seeing the social aspect and the aesthetic aspect of tea. Maybe I shouldn't slurp my tea, I don't know. So this box is all raggedy. I need a new pouch for this. I would happily get rid of this box. It doesn't really say much. It's just got the star on it. It's the Aquarius on there. Like I could definitely get rid of this. Hold on, did I get some pouches this summer? I bought a bunch of like crystals off of Etsy this summer, so some of the stuff came in pouches, but like this is, see, I got this, I don't know, I got this and a sweet pouch when I bought like some makeup or something, but I need a pouch for this because it's really bothering me. I'm gonna look around for a second. Maybe I could put it in something like this. Okay, you know when you get like cosmetics? I think this is from Glossier, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll put it in this because I really don't like broken stuff and like damaged books and stuff. So maybe I'll put the Celestial Tarot in this. That's a little unorthodox. I'm really tired of this box. It's like discouraging me from reading the deck, which I love the deck, but this box has got to go. Oh, look, she's happy now. Let's try it out. Let's see if it works. Oh, yeah, it gives it a little air. Maybe I'll keep my Celestial Tarot in this little makeup pouch. These are actually useless because if you're on a trip, if you're going on a trip and you want to pack your little makeup bag, these do not work because they're not big enough and these things are too flimsy. So this is probably the best solution. I always keep stuff like this, like I'm not really a pack rat, but if I like have anything like free gifts or little things like this, I always keep them because I always find a reason, I always find a use for them. So without further ado, the Celestial Tarot. being told to like hit it with some crystals because she hasn't been in business for a while. This is my Angel Aura quartz. It's it's a treated quartz. It's got this iridescence on it. This is my celestite tumble. It's just not. It's like a B quality. It's not really super high quality, but it's celestite. And I am getting hit it with a dragon. This is my little plastic dragon. And I'm being told to throw the crystals on the table. Oh, you guys, it's Sunday. It was a whole new world. Okay. So, the image I'm picking up with these 3 crystals is, holy moly, the celestite and the Brazilian Angel Aura crystal are like, the dragon is on its back. The dragon is fallen. Oh my moly moly. I'm gonna take a picture. Where's my phone? This is the scene. Oh my god, it looks like some like mythical heroine has defeated the dragon. The dragon is on the ground. I'm gonna post this. It's like the celestite is a head and the Brazilian aura quartz is the shoulders, and the dragon is fallen, has been felled. Let me post this on my threads. So I don't know what's going on with my threads. I can't use my personal account. It's been like blocked, so I don't know if you guys are getting my stuff because I've been posting on the spiritual channel and okay, so and my camera's not working either. So like you can't do anything. Can't do anything. All my friends are dead. I'm so sad. Okay, let me see if I can post this. No, it's not working. So I'm gonna post that later. Let's get to the reading. I could talk about all the products and do little promos for everything, but that's not my job. My job is to deliver messages from the universe to my loyal fans. Okay, let's put these crystals away. Thank you, crystals. Back into the tin. Okay, let's shuffle. Do you guys want some music? How about like some ancient Egyptian stuff? That's what I geek out to. Like, I put on like the ancient Egyptian, like mystical music. Ancient Egypt. Oh, here we go. Instrumental. We got a card! Ten of Swords reversed, baby! Ten of Swords is like the worst card. Ten of Swords is like absolute defeat, no more breath of life, 10 swords stabbing you all over your body. So basically, you're just dead. But reversed, I'm getting the second coming of Christ. I'm getting rising up from underwater is what I'm getting. Because all the blue. I'm getting the blue, so bubbling up like from underwater, like the air is rising up. And so this has all 3 air signs on it: Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So this person is like blowing up. This person is puffed up, rising to the surface. Ten of Swords in reverse is really good because like you've been flattened to mush basically, and then if it's reversed, it's like now you're in the transition. But it's also intellect, so somebody has been like mentally exhausted, and it's finally over. Like they don't need to concentrate or think about this problem anymore. So no more thinking. So basically, before the revival is sort of a moment of like pause. So the song is called Death of Osiris. That's why she was wailing like that. Keep working, keep working. Osiris. What is Osiris god of? See, that's the problem with this deck. It's more like Greek. It's not really Egyptian. It doesn't have that much Egyptian stuff in it, which is like a bummer for me because I'm an Egypt nerd. So, I need like a straight up Egypt deck. I haven't indulged in that because I just feel like it's too much because I'm such a nerd. But maybe it's time for me because I'm like a serious Egypt aficionado. So maybe I'm sure there's like tons of like ancient Egypt tarot decks out there. I think tarot comes from ancient Egypt probably. Okay, let me just pull one. Let's be a little bit more proactive today. It's Sunday. Holy moly, another reversal. You know I don't really like reversals. It's like twice the work. Queen of Cups reversed. Scorpio. Fixed water reversed. So I'm not even going to show you the uprights because I don't want to do too much extra stuff. And if this is not resonating, it's not for you. Queen of Cups in reverse is, I'm getting like someone's character has been judged, scrutinized, and basically they have no mind, they have no game, they're just emotional, very, very possessive, very, very fixed in their ways, stubborn. Scorpio opposite sign is Taurus. Taurus is stubborn, yes. They won't budge on a lot of things, including matters of the heart and matters of the mind, and especially money. But Scorpio is stingy in another way. Like, Scorpio will not only refuse to give an inch, she will insult you and like batter you if you even think of it. Like, that's the issue. It's like so hard to get shit from a freaking Scorpio because like they will emotionally attack you before you even like ask, because they can tell from your eyes that you want something, and if you want that thing, they're gonna be like so fiery about like how dare you request that from me. Like, they're very stingy, they're very and it's the thing is that they don't even care about the thing. They just want to have power over you, you know? It's like Tauruses actually care about the thing, the actual material object or money or whatever it is. Could be the effort or, you know, whatever is required from them. But freaking Scorpio, they actually don't even care about the value of the thing or it's like not really monetary, but like the actual thing. They care more about like the freaking psychology of the exchange. They're like, if I give this guy a freaking inch, he's gonna take a mile and I'm gonna be at a loss, and I cannot even give him a freaking millimeter or milliliter of my freaking feelings, because if I freaking give him a freaking centimeter, I'm done for. I don't want to be seen as weak. I don't want to be seen as vulnerable. I don't want to show that soft side of me, which we all know underneath that shell and behind, when you get past the stinger, Scorpios are just a little critter in the desert or wherever, you know, harsh. I feel like they represent harsh environments. So Scorpios are really not that tough when you think about it, but they're just so like intimidating because they have that look to them. So Queen of Cups reversed, Scorpio in reverse. Let me just look at Scorpio. We have I think that's the Pluto symbol. Yes, Pluto, Scorpio. I feel like it's saying Virgo. I feel like the Virgo symbol is sort of similar to the Scorpio symbol. Let me look it up. Virgo symbol. I can't recall. That was right here. Oh no. This deck also has like Hebrew stuff in it, which I don't know, but okay. So yeah, like the Scorpio symbol resembles the Virgo symbol somewhat. The card only has the Scorpio symbol on it, but Virgo, I'm getting just Virgo vibes. Not even Virgo vibes, but like I'm hearing like pure scorpionic energy. Pure scorpionic energy. And I'm getting the sting is worse than the bite. So that's kind of what I was talking about. Like basically the stinging feeling is worse than like the bite that that the person takes out of you. So if you're in this energy, like, try not to be a freaking Scorpio. That's one of the things I have to learn. I need to teach, because I'm actually a master of this, is, I have overcome my scorpionic nature quite a lot, which is interesting because I have Pluto in the second house, and it's retro, and it's like on the cusp of my first and second house, and I also have 2 planets in the 8th house, Jupiter and Mars, which is Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio, so I'm extremely scorpionic, but I have learned by crook and nook or whatever how to not only control but master the Scorpio in me, which I can tell you because I basically have it on lock, but Scorpio is the master of manipulation, more than Gemini, which I have a Gemini in the 8th house with those, which is Scorpio house. I have Gemini in the 8th house with Mars and Jupiter conjunct in it, so watch out, you guys. Don't even play with me. I'm a whole different kind of bitch. I might post my chart one of these days. I used to have it on my website, but took that down a long time ago because I don't want people knowing my nature. But now that I have self-actualized, I actually have pretty much been able to wield my astrological nature to my benefit. It's not really a hindrance to me. I've learned the lessons. I'm still like learning how to use the different aspects of my chart and my nature to better my life, but it doesn't really hinder me or challenge me any further. So if you guys want to know about Scorpio, mastering the Scorpio vulnerability, which is basically power struggles and emotional vulnerability, and yes, Scorpio is a sign of sex in some ways. If you want to master Scorpio, I want to do a separate video, but I'm being told that we need to talk about it right now. You know, I'm pretty quick with these things. I don't really go on and on. I get straight to the meat of the matter. So basically, it's the art of detachment. So if you look at the chart, Scorpio is what is it? Squared. What sign squares Scorpio? Scorpio, 8th house. It is squared by I believe it trines Pisces, yes, and it is squared by Aquarius. So Aquarius is the sign of detachment. And basically, if you look at the chart, you can learn basically the solution to problems in your life. So if you are very much in the Scorpio zone and you need a way out, look at what sign squares it. That is your savior. That is your route of escape. So let me see the zodiac wheel. It's an extremely rich resource for your life. Here it is, zodiac wheel. Zodiac wheel. Here it is. Cancer diagram. Okay, it's not loading. My internet is dead. So basically, Scorpio's right there. If you go 2 signs to the left, to the west, it is squared by basically the other fixed signs. So, Aquarius. It is opposed by Taurus. That won't help much. It is also squared by Leo, fixed fire. So the opposite sign is not going to really help you that much. It might help you put things in perspective, but the arms, basically, of the square, Leo and Aquarius are going to help you. So basically, the lesson of Aquarius is detachment, and the lesson of Leo, the opposite, Leo squares the lion. Leo the lion squares Scorpio the scorpion. Leo is a summer sign in July. So Leo is ruled by the sun. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Leo will help Scorpio by basically shining a light on the situation. And Leo will ask you to use your mind, use your enlightened side to, this is the difficult part for most people. So actually both sides are difficult. Detachment is extremely difficult. But this is low-key the sleeper side. This is, I think sometimes, like, people can't even do the detachment part and so they can't even do the Leo part. So basically you have to do both. It's like a symbiotic thing. So Leo is like sign of pride and honor. So basically if you don't have like self-confidence, pride, courage, and basically your kingly nature, you can't detach. And so, I'm trying to think the best strategy. Have some pride, have some self-consciousness, because Scorpio is about self-preservation, so it's sort of hard, because when you're in the Scorpio mind, all you want is to maintain your status, your role, your, whatever, keep your resources, whether they be emotional or like psychological or whatever. But in order to escape the prison trap of the Scorpio life, which is a fixed attachments and things like that, you have to not only have pride in self, but also consciousness of others. So Aquarius is a social sign, the community helper, So basically that's it. It's not really that complicated, but it's really hard to do because Scorpio is Pluto. It is the most plutonic sign. It is the most challenging in some ways because it can really be hard. I mean, my channel right now is focusing on mastery, so mastery involves like not being a slave to yourself. So when it comes to Scorpio, like, yes, Scorpio energy, you have sort of mastery of yourself, but you want power over others. So you're sort of stuck on that. But the shift from a Scorpio mind to a Sagittarian mind is a tough one. You basically have to break down and think about what's best for yourself and others, and take the moral high ground. Yes, believe it or not, that is a thing. And focus on the bigger picture, and focus on the basically spirit. People think Scorpio is the spiritual, sexual sign of the deep-seated soul or whatever like that. But actually, Sagittarius is extremely soulful, extremely spiritual, and it's not to be overlooked. If people are trying to get to the goat level, the Capricorn, which is the following sign, the 10th house, people are trying to get there, but a lot of them get stuck on the Scorpio Sagittarius transition because they just can't, or they don't want to fall or lose lose a role, or like psychological, yeah, I mean, basically when you're basically not really gaslighting yourself, but kind of, yeah, sort of like tripping over your own reflection, like your own what is the word, narcissism, like all those psychological diseases, the scorpionic mind, the Queen of Cups in reverse, in this depiction, the Scorpio in reverse is basically narcissism, personality disorders, sociopathic, which is not really I don't know if it's a psych disorder. But basically, get the textbook of the psychological disorders and the DSM. That's basically it. You have everything, basically all of them. If you're this Scorpio in reverse, that's really bad. So don't be like that. Be like Aquarius. Be like Leo. Be like Taurus. And get out of those chains, those psychological chains. Oftentimes it involves a decrease in status, because you just can't rise to the Sagittarian and the Capricornian. Okay, we got another card. I don't know if this is upside down or right side up. I'm being told up. I mean, it was down, but it's kind of up now. Moved up. So we got Ace of Cups. I think this is the last card. Not trying to take up your whole day. Ace of Cups is the final card. It is depicted here by Ursa Minor, which is the smaller bear, Cancer, and the moon here. This is a really lovely card, a beautiful card. So I'm being told to look in the book because it's upright. I mean, I was reading the reversals because I don't think the book explains reversals. It just explains the oh look, so the the Sagittarius is on the cover card, and this is kind of like the index, or what, not really index, but the foreword or whatever card. So Ace of Cups, let's look at the book. So getting like fourth house energy, and the mama bear, but this is minor, so let me see, maybe it's still a bear. So Ursa Minor is a constellation. This is a minor arcana. We did have a court card with the Queen of Cups in reverse, and then we did have 10 of Swords in reverse in the beginning, which was the element of air. Air reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, and the final card, we have the, see this whole deck is all about, like, yeah, it has so much deep information and stuff, like, it talks about astrological positions like conjunctions, trines, squares, quintiles, sextiles, septiles, semi-square, novile, stuff like that. And it has like all the freaking constellations. So Ace of Cups, it represents a conjunction in the astrological harmonic / mode. Ace of Cups is a conjunction energy, and it is Ursa Minor, Cups, water, and the decanate is first decan of Cancer, which is different from the mansions of the moon that I was speaking about last night. The mansions of the moon have to do with the moon's position in the sky, and the decanates are basically the houses split into 3 parts of 10 degrees. Slightly, I mean, very different from the mansions of the moon. The first decan of Cancer, and the ruler of that decan is the moon. Ace of Cups. So basically the first decan of Cancer is Ace of Cups, and it's saying Ace of Cups, Ursa Minor. The journey of Cups begins with the powerful image of the bear, the most ancient of sacred animals, whose mothering instincts became a timeless motif for the human need for safety, nurturing, and protection. The card depicts Ursa Minor, the lesser bear, the constellation closest to the sacred cosmic point, the North Pole. When the Ace of Cups appears, our instincts remind us to be receptive to the waters of the heart, alert to nurture what is being created through a new relationship, a new life stage, or even a new idea. So I've been doing research on this concept of the lunar mind, which I guess has been explored by Jung and some of his followers. The lunar mind, let me show you my notes. I was listening to this lecture last night, and the lunar mind is, the easiest way to think of it is in contrast to the solar mind, which is like a sun energy, which is basically intellect, enlightenment, directed thinking, And the lunar mind I would think of the solar mind as more empiricist, and the lunar mind it is you need a lunar mind to do psychoanalysis. Basically, analytic process involves solar and lunar mind. So basically, the patient is usually in a sort of, I mean, when you approach the patient, you see them as sort of a lunar object, and the lunar mind is in the depths in the night, and it is, the word I wrote is fantasying, fantaseeing, fantasying, so like seeing fantasies, or their eyes are engulfed by fantasy. And whereas the solar mind is on the plane of the sun and time, and basically a forward moving, measured processes, and the lunar is more what did I write? The lunar mind has a prospective outlook, raising possibilities for futures that the solar mind, with its practicality and reality sense, would not dream of or think of. So basically, the solar mind is the thinking mind, and the lunar mind is the dreaming mind of fantasy and possibility and dreams. The solar mind is the mind of reality and practicality, and I would probably say like more, I don't know if I want to say this. I have to look up the word first to see what it means. I'm not quite sure if this is the word. I don't think it has to do with physicality. It's more, yeah, see, that's the thing. I feel like people think science is a solar activity, but it's actually not. And people have this distinction between the white sciences and the dark arts, and like science and art, but it's actually not separate. So the thing I found the most interesting is because I finally learned what analysis means, because I completed several courses of study in my life, and the word analysis was used so many times. Like, I had to do a literary analysis of whatever text. I had to do an analysis of the whatever, the source, what is your analysis? And I never really grasped what I was doing. I thought I was analyzing things, and I did, but the analytic process involves both the solar and lunar mind. So we all do it. I mean, those of us who have brains and use it. The analytic process, and they were talking specifically about psychoanalysis, but basically this could apply to any kind of analysis, which I guess scientific analysis. I'm not that kind of scientist, but I am exploring the definition of science as well, so let me just get to the point. The analytic process involves solar and lunar processes. So solar, you see the surface, the empirical reality of something, and the lunar process is, I think, objectifying or basically uh, perceiving the images of what you are analyzing. And the lecturer was describing the process as numinist. So pneuma is spirit. Getting that song, Pneuma, Pneuma. What is that song? Some kind of Eastern European stuff. Numinist means, okay, I spelled it wrong. Memory. Yes, we didn't mention memory. So, numinous, I don't know if this is the same word, is someone with an exceptional memory. That's not the word that I heard. I was thinking about pneumatics. Oh, it's a P. No. Pneumat is something related to compressed air to power mechanical systems, gas or pressurized air. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking of pneumatic, which is Neum. No, this is a music thing. Syllabic notes, melismatics, a musical chant where a single syllable is sung between 2 and 7 notes. That's not what I was thinking of. I'm actually trying to talk about pneuma. Pneuma. Pneuma, pneuma. It's spelled Pneuma. The pneuma is an ancient Greek word meaning breath, wind, or spirit, with various technical meanings in philosophy, theology, and medicine. In Stoic philosophy, it is the divine organizing principle of the universe, a mixture of air and fire that gives life. In Christian theology, it refers to the Holy Spirit or an individual spirit, while in classical medicine, it denoted a vital, invisible vapor that enabled bodily functions. So basically, pneuma is the breath. In Arabic, we call it ruh. In Hebrew, and it's, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's very similar to the Arabic. That's what I heard when he was saying that, but I'll have to listen to the lecture again and see if he was talking about that, but I do think that's what he was talking about. Basically, it's a spiritual process, perceiving the soul of something. So psychoanalysis is basically soul analysis, and analysis in general is the same thing. When you analyze a text, you are trying to grasp or basically capture the essence of the text or the spirit or yes. So yes, he was talking about pneumatic, Gnosticism. Basically, in Gnosticism, the pneumatics were the highest order of humans, the other two orders being psychics and hylics, referring to matter. And pneumatic saw themselves as escaping the doom of the material world via transcendent knowledge of Sophia's divine spark from inner revelation coming from the highest point of the subtle nu in the head or crown region. Nobody talks about this. The only people who talk about this are psychologists, and basically that's it. I am a numinist. I like the label mysticism, but I find that to be very foggy, and you have to have a grasp of mysticism to accomplish pneumatic tasks. But pneumatic is basically beyond just psychic power and material mastery. A pneumatic person has what is the word? Has reign over a jurisdiction or control of the pneumatic, the spirit. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do here. When I talk about astromancy, I'm talking about spiritual practices. I'm talking about locating the issue in a person's astrology or soul, which the soul is a amalgam of stellar, astrological, and universal elements. So, yes, it's a very, very elevated science, and I'm not just a psychic medium, I am a healer of sorts. Not only a psychoanalyst, but I am also able to prescribe solutions to whatever it is in your life that it impedes you from your ultimate benefit and success and your best life. So, basically, psychoanalysts are should study astrology because, like, I mean, I'm sure they do, but I don't think they use, I don't think they use star medicine to help their patients. I don't know if that's permitted in most, I don't know. I mean, New York City has a lot of psych practitioners in it, especially in Manhattan, and there are also a lot of astrologers in Manhattan, and I feel like astrology is actually doing more for the mentally ill and the psychos than actual psychoanalysis and psychology. So I feel like there needs to be kind of a serious movement and effort and march towards this healing modality that I practice and that I've been educated on. But I don't think a lot of people have the time or resources to develop this form of medicine. So I'm happy to provide if you need, and I am working on making my services available to a wide range, but it's a very involved process. I have to see your chart. I have to hear your story. I have to look at your body. I also practice medical astrology, and it's a very involved process. So, I hope that was helpful. I think that's the end of the reading. I think we ended with a good thing. So, I'm gonna get more cards as soon as I get my funds for December. I will pay off my legal fine, and I might have a little bit of money left over, so I'll be able to get some new decks. I know you guys are tired. I feel like I should do one oracle. These cards are popping out. It kind of matches my outfit. I don't want to leave you with that. I mean, I kind of diagnosed the problem, and I'm just going to pick up the card that first showed up to me because it's very attractive to me right now. And it has a book. This is the Divine Codes Oracle by Dark Moon Crystals and Leah Shulman. I think she has a couple other things that she's made, but it's a really beautiful deck. Love the colors. So the card we got is just the first card that was there. On the bottom is Time Skip. Ooh, number 45. I want to show you this. It's got some lavender neon, noble gases. I don't know if that's the proper word. What chemical makes purple? Time Skip. It's a big eye in the middle there. You see the lens and iris. And these guys are basically time traveling. They're bouncing, they're jumping to their what's the word? Sauté is the word I'm getting in French. 45. Time skip. There is a purpose in the way things unfold. At the deeper soul level, this is understood. There is a purpose. I'm getting pure pose. They're standing in a specific poses. There is a pure pose in the way things unfold. So basically, like, I'm getting like people posing like a sort of like how statues are posing, but these people are alive. And basically, keep your composure. Time is moving all around us, but we have to maintain our form. At the deeper soul level, this is understood. So basically, you need to maintain your posture and keep your composure so that your soul can settle. So your soul is settled because the body houses the soul, and the body is like the shoe of the soul. And if you are just moving and shaking, your soul cannot sit. And so, try to, whatever, I'm getting Scorpio psychological processes here, the eye, the purple, whatever reflection that you are in the midst of, whatever psychological changes you are experiencing, keep your composure, and so that your soul doesn't get too shaken up in the process, because the psychology is not the same as your soul. Yes, I'm hearing that your soul is, what is the word? The soul is timeless. The soul is, what is the word? The soul is, um, the soul is, timeless. What are other words? Timeless. Eternal, immortal. There's another word I can't think of. Primordial. What does that mean? Primordial soul. Existing at or from the beginning of time. So the soul is primordial, and the psyche exists within time, and basically that's the difference. Your psyche can change over time, but the soul, which a lot of people don't know this, and which is why psychology is limited, even though it is the science technically of the soul, it is not the same as soul healing. It is not the same as, yes, soul healing is placing the soul in a good place and making sure the soul is safe and protected and thriving and developing, and basically psychology does help with matters of the soul, but basically soul work is the whole of life, and basically this is basically showing me like these bodies that are basically being the bodies are moving and being bending and being maneuvering, and basically so people do go, I mean, a lot of people try to act like they're just sitting and they're just getting and they're just masterful and they're just owners of their life, but they're loose, they're on the loose, they're not settled, their soul is not settled, and they need psychological support so that their soul can be at ease and rest. So, this deck is extremely deep. It's very overarching. It's very wide-ranging. The second card behind that is multi-dimensional, and this deck is very multi-dimensional. Number 25. It's got like these cats. 4 cats or 5 cats I see. How many cats do you see? I see another one in the freaking light right there. I see 6, 7 cats, like ghost cats. Solar, lunar, and like a butterfly. I see, how many cats do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see 7 cats and a butterfly and a box. Cardboard box. So number 25, 2 of the cats are kind of in the soul world, and 5 of the cats are in the real world. And one of the cats is kind of grabbing the butterfly, and that's basically what we were talking about. The butterfly definitely represents the psychological sciences and psychological processes and psychological issues. So multi-dimensional, let me read it this way. Something about mirrors. Your soul is multifaceted. Release anything that, what does it say? Release anything that puts you in a box or feels limiting. Your soul is multifaceted. Release anything that puts you in a box or feels limiting. Basically what we were talking about, the scorpionic trap. Yeah, release your position. Sometimes the position that you're in is the problem, and you need to adjust and release that position and find a new position and new composure. And it requires a recomposition of your soul or psyche. Not really recompose, but yes, sort of resetting, sometimes you have to reboot. Sometimes you got to turn off your computer and restart. So I'm getting that. Oh, there's actually 9 cats on here. I didn't see the ones on this side. And then there's like some kind of weird ghoul cat over here. Do you see the ones? There's like another one over here. We saw those 2. There's that one, and there's like another one. It's like a freaking imprint, some kind of fossil cat over there. So there's 9 cats. 7, 8, 9. That's what we were talking about earlier today. That whole part of the zodiac. Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Libra is ruled by Venus and Saturn, so this is really tough for people. I'm getting male and female alike. People are very concerned about Saturn, their social status. Libra is social status, and relationships, like their place in relationships and things like that. And that's why they hold on, they tap into that scorpionic phase, and it's not gonna, you can't, you have to go all the way. Multidimensional. Don't forget that you are multidimensional, multifaceted, and if you just when you look at a diamond, you don't just stare at one side of it. The beautiful thing about a diamond is that you can tilt it and see different facets of it sparkling. And like sometimes it's good to sort of like shift, and if you have it in you, you'll sparkle just the same. If you just, you don't have to have, you know, multi-dimensional beings. We are humans. We are multi-dimensional. We are not just like I mean, I exist in multiple dimensions. I don't know about you, but I'm trying to think of something that's one-dimensional and I can't. One-dimensional. I suppose things like if you get like a plain nail polish that doesn't have any sparkles, or like even matte has kind of a second dimension to it. Like if you just get like a marker and like draw a square or a shape with a marker, and it's just very even, and it's not even like shady or moody or anything like that, or doesn't have any like inky parts. Like, just, you don't want to be that. You don't want to be just like a plain square. Like, you gotta shine like a diamond, shine like a diamond. What's that song? So I'm gonna post the song. I'm gonna post this video. I wish you the best.